Save this post if you want to go on a Divergent tour of Chicago. Starting with the Sears Willis Tower, this building serves as the city's central government building and the location of the annual choosing ceremony for all 16-year-olds. I recommend going up to the 103rd floor and going on the sky deck and pretending to be Dauntless. Be Dauntless. Be Dauntless. The city views are spectacular. Just make sure to buy your tickets in advance and go up when it's a clear day, otherwise there is minimal visibility. Then take a drive over to the Joe and Rika Mansueto Library. This is the Erudite headquarters. You'll probably recognize this location when you see the inside from the first movie. This is when Tris sneaks out of the Dauntless headquarters to visit Caleb. One thing to note is this is actually on the University of Chicago campus, so when you go it is free, but there are certain hours that the library is open and you'll need to check in at the front desk with a government issue photo ID to get a visitor pass. Also, because it is a college campus, people are studying and using the library, so be quiet, be respectful, and also don't get anyone's faces in your video. This next location is Jeanine's headquarters. As you can see, it very much gives off that futuristic erudite energy. This is where Tris meets with Jeanine, and we get the famous quote, "Faction before blood." This is just a spot for getting the exteriors. You don't need to go inside. Next up, I wanted to get some Dauntless train type footage. I filmed this at the corner of Wells Street and Monroe Street. If you're wild like me, you might want to actually run around and climb up a little. Just don't get caught and don't climb up too far. Be safe about it, and make sure when you're running across the crosswalks that it's actually your time to walk and that you stay out of everyone's way. And if you want to make it look like you're running faster than you actually are, you can always 5x your speed. From here, we actually hopped on the train because I wanted to go to a location from the book called Merchandise Mart, which in the book is called Merciless Mart, aka the Candor headquarters. We were on a tight schedule, so we just got some photos in the front here, but if you've got some extra time, you can explore the inside. I believe there's actually some shopping, and it's a giant, massive building. Like, I think it might be a mall. I'm not really sure. Then we quickly stopped by Pioneer Square. You could probably skip this one. I didn't think it was incredibly exciting, but technically this is the outdoor environment that they use for the choosing ceremony sequence. And now we're getting to my favorite location, the choosing ceremony church, which is actually the 17th Church of Christ Scientist. Depending on the day you go, this might just be a spot that you take exterior photos at, but sometimes it is open to the public. We stopped by on a weekday and there was a woman at the front desk, and I asked her if I could see inside if possible, and she said of course. So she brought me on a little tour of the inside. She turned the lights on for me and told me all about when they filmed for Divergent here. She was actually a part of the church when they had filmed here, so she had all sorts of stories and things to tell me, like how they took out the entire pulpit section and built their own area so that they could have their bowls and section for choosing your faction. Had a long, lovely chat. She told me all about the architecture and how the acoustics work in this space. It was so interesting. I could speak at a normal volume down here on the floor, and someone in the very back row could hear me, which is incredible because I'm not very good at raising my voice. We are in the filming location where you choose your factions. This was where they had the stage of each of the bowls, and you could choose after slicing your hand with blood which faction you choose. And each of the seats here was for each of the factions, all 5. Dauntless sits on the end down here, and then it's Candor. In the middle here, we have Erudite. In the 4th section here, it's Amity. Large section down here is Tris and Caleb's original faction, along with their parents and Marcus, as well as 4's original faction, Abnegation.
When they took out the podium, it was to accommodate this setting. And then here's our church.
There it is.
And see, that's where the bowls were.
Yep.
And they had to come and make
their choice,
Yes.
for their factions. Yep.
Yes.
You're years old to choose your whole life. No pressure.
Yeah.
The official illustrated movie companion. How nice. You can tell that's a original copy too. It's seen some love. I love that she was so excited to show me the guide and some of the pictures of the space when they had used it for the movie too. She was so sweet. And lastly, we headed to Navy Pier, which is of course one of the most iconic locations of all. This is the location of the capture the flag scene where Tris climbs up the Ferris wheel and 4 follows after her so that they can get a better vantage point in order to spot the flag.
It doesn't slow you down, it wakes you up.
The pier itself is free, but the Centennial Wheel is ticketed, so I recommend getting a ticket because it really adds to the experience, but the lines can get a little long, so make sure to hop in line early. And if you technically want the movie accurate experience, you can go to the pier at night because that is when they climb up, but I enjoyed it during the day just because I like the view better, but both are really fun. And that concludes my Divergent tour. I hope you enjoy Chicago.